Sorry, guys. So sorry. Welcome back, everybody. Let's jump on into this. We are going to take a look at a love tarot story, and I want to start with an old deck. I don't know that that's going to have anything to do with the topic, if it's like, going back to something from the past or, something tried and true. AC, hey, darling. Happy Friday night. Escar, so wonderful to see you. It's been a while. We start with the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurian energy. It's somebody's got a powerful spiritual belief. This can also be somebody who is certain about, I want to get married. I know who I want to marry. I know what I want to have happen next. So, this starts out really strong. It starts out really beautiful. Ace of Wands, passion, Two of Cups. Wow. And Six of Cups. Passion, love, certainty, decisiveness, spiritual context. This is like friends and lovers and, together forever kind of vibes. Hi, everyone. So great to see you all tonight. This feels like the greatest way to start love. No stress. And then the Two of Pentacles upright, possibly balance, or two people that will figure out how to balance things. I don't know who this is yet, but this looks like kind of the mystical, magical, perfect love story that everyone, hopes to find, or everyone hopes the people that they care about in their lives will find. Let's take a look at who these characters are. Six of Wands, we may have a fire sign, possibly a divine feminine in this card. Somebody very successful. Give me a little bit more on this character. The Moon could also be an individual highly intuitive, could be a Piscean as well. She may love bathing. She has no clothes on and she's like, laying back on this crescent moon, kind of like it's a gondola floating along, dreaming of this divine masculine. Okay, so this may be a story where this hasn't yet taken shape. This could be two people have recognized, or at least she has recognized, especially in this dreamscape energy, she has recognized that there is love out there for her. But you notice how she's reaching up and like caressing the chin of someone who's kind of like floating there, larger than life. That's why I'm under the impression that this is, I'm not going to say that it's truly a long distance relationship or only in the 5D. She knows who this person is. She feels very confident about this relationship. She's feeling very close to this individual right now. Minzy Thomas, thank you, Angel. You are so sweet. Thank you. I want to see who the other person is, okay? And I feel like we should probably change decks in case we're going to get any duplicate cards. Let's go. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to be coughing a bit tonight. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Okay, so he is a King of Swords. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. He may have some tattoos on his forearms or upper arms in particular. He may not see himself as somebody who's always been very perfect. He may, this is always my fallen angel card, but he's upright. He's actually a great king. He may be like, I don't have a perfect history in life. Yeah, but I think he's just fine. And he's also an emperor. So this man is a catch, I do believe. Something about wings could be important for him. I don't know if maybe he has a tattoo of like wings. Maybe he served in the military. Maybe he literally has a pilot's license and has wings. Maybe he likes chicken wings. Like I'm thinking like buffalo spicy chicken wings or something. But those wings keep standing out to me. I'm thinking of it more along the lines of like either a tattoo though, or like symbolism, something about maybe his spirit guide is very specifically in like the, bird of prey family. birds are always going to be our messengers, but I'm feeling like he's got some strong connection to maybe also the concept of freedom, since wings oftentimes are associated with freedom. But like freedom, power, grace, this is a terrific divine masculine. He's very this would be quite a catch, you know, as far as like him being very whole. He is complete. He's turned himself into an emperor. He doesn't pull any punches about if he has a little bit of sketchy here and there in his past. He wasn't always perfect. He probably, look, if you're going to be a good emperor, it means you're going to ruffle feathers sometimes. If you're going to be somebody who stands for something, then you will have people that don't like you for that. You know, I kind of feel like he's probably somebody who has opinions and has probably not been necessarily afraid to voice them, you know. We have the nurturer of wands. Ooh, and she's got the tattoo. Again, we see a winged creature. So these two are cut from the same cloth. We got a couple little, I'm going to say a fiery duo. Both of these are like ferociously independent characters. She's more of a phoenix rising from the ashes, but we could also call her like a, like a dragon mother. Maybe we got a Khaleesi character over here. And a seven of wands. Look, she has her own energy of allure along with defensive tactics. I do feel like he needs somebody strong, somebody with some spice to her, somebody with some backbone, somebody with her own energy of like, look, she's sweet, sure. Queen of Wands is warm, but she can also be hot as fire and burn you if you come too close. I kind of feel like both of them have amazing, powerful, kind dispositions, but they both are nobody's doormat. That's the way I would describe them. Juanita, thank you so much. Great to see you. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Say hello to the boys for Aries, huh? So sorry, everybody. We've got the mastery of coins and the seven of coins. Look, this connection has been long and slow growing, slow moving, slowly evolving. The same way we plant seeds and then, you know, like you could start planting an apple tree from a seed from an apple, right? And it becomes a sprout and, you know, eventually becomes a sapling and then eventually starts to become a tree. It feels like this has been quite the slow moving, slow growing, like deepening roots, starting to feel a more powerful appreciation for one another. These two could have known vaguely of each other for years and have only just now started to be like, I'm feeling some feels about this person. They're not just someone I vaguely know exists. They're not just somebody that I kind of think is mildly alluring. They're someone who's they got my mind focused on them. This is like I'm picturing like a root system. If you've ever like repotted a house plant or something that's become root bound and you know that it's like it's busting out of its little pot, it needs a bigger, or plant it in the ground. It's time to, you know, give it another bigger space to expand into. That's what I have in my mind right now. Like their emotions have become root bound. We got to plant this now. It's time for this relationship to actually start to get some real like tangible. I feel like we just had a story like this where it was like, it's been 5D, it's time to make it 3D now. All of this is like, oh, once upon a time it was just in the emotional realm. These are pentacles. Pentacles are earth. Earth is the slowest moving energy. Of course, pentacles energy is always going to be way slower than anything else, but that's perfect because these two have like developed stronger emotions, stronger appreciation, stronger understanding of what each one of them brings to the table. Let me ask this. Have these two had any romance yet? Because remember, she's kind of like caressing his chin while she just vaguely like thinks of him, not that he's really there with her, right? And we still technically have two people where we started out all in the energy realm. We start out with, you know, even the Hierophant is not really tangible yet. This is the spiritual realm. This is the 5D realm. We're all in the energy field. Even, you know, this is the heart space, right? That Ace of Wands, the passion, but we haven't made it tangible yet. That's what's coming. So let me just ask, Have these two, my impression is that they have not been lovers yet, but let me see. No, they haven't even talked about this. We got the messenger of Pentacles, which would be the Page of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. Haven't even talked about this. Haven't even said those sweet nothings. Haven't probably been close enough to whisper sweet nothings in one another's ears. Haven't talked on the phone. Haven't haven't done anything yet. We got the Action of Swords, and it's like that's why we got to get this thing on the road. It's time for connection. There's those wings again. That's associated with our masculine energy. I'm going to say he must be thinking a lot of thoughts and directing those thoughts at her right now as well. You notice that even the sky shows like a vortex of energy. I feel like that's my my spirit fingers there. Um, I really think we need a piece of music so I can do that too. Oh my God. Speaking of like that, Unholy Lover, if you have not checked it out yet, oh my God, the Voids, they never fail me. Every time they drop something, I'm like, oh my God, I love this. They just dropped their new album, Megs of Ram, and that's the first track on it, and it's like, wow, amazing. It feels like this is some kind of like awareness that he's sending some kind of vibes to her that are very much like respectful, very much I feel like he really appreciates her, really appreciates her energy. God, there's a song trying to bust in. It's Truth Hurts. She covered Your Precious Love. She does an amazing job. I think it was on the Ali soundtrack. And for some reason, she's so powerful. I just love her voice. And I'm also thinking Addicted, which is the other song I love by her. He's so persuasive, returns my pages. He's got me anxious. He's what I've waited for. Sorry, I was a belly dancer for many years. And so anything with that, awesome. I think there's literally like belly dancers in that particular video by Truth Hurts, Addictive. So, it's right up my alley. But this feels like he is sending out thoughts to her. Possibly very, very soon we'll be connecting with her. But it's in a very respectful way. That Nine of Pentacles, this is not somebody who's like, oh, I'm thinking at her, I'm going to come talk to you, I'm going to come swaggering in. But he is going to put himself on her path so that hopefully she will choose to interact with him. Keep in mind, he's a king and an emperor, and now we just gave him another dose of king's energy. So bold, yes, but oppressive, never. Strong enough to show interest, but not someone who assumes that, he just swaggers in and then obviously she's going to talk to him. But we have a perfect match here. We got that King and Queen of Wands. I feel like both of these characters have some wonderful fire to them, some wonderful warmth to them, some wonderful like individuality to them. And I think he's picking up on that vibe entirely and completely. These two could have a very different tempo in the way they will have conversation. They could have like a really great, like an interesting dialogue. Like these two may not have conversation that you would expect them to have. I don't know exactly what I mean when I say that, other than they could have like great banter, or maybe they could have some kind of sexy conversation. There could be some double entendre since we are dealing with, wand energy. But I don't know. I think that I don't picture like Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of, overtly like just bad dialogue or anything that's just cheeseball and combative. I don't picture that at all. That's not what I mean when I'm saying like double entendres or kind of different tempo to their dialogue. I'm thinking that these two could actually be very sensitive toward each other. The kind of dialogues, they may talk about real life things, but also like in a fun, warm way. But I still think that because they're both very unique individuals, very independent souls, I'm I'm picturing that they probably will not have dull conversation. In fact, I think these two are probably quick-witted. I doubt they want dull conversation. I could picture them having quirky sense of humor. I could picture them being two individuals that will have way better, just like if they're unique and they match each other, I would like to be a fly on the wall and just hear what their dialogue is back and forth. There were some old movies that had terrific dialogue. The one that I'm thinking of right now that, I remember really laughing. It's a movie with Cary Grant. It's I think it's called The Love Affair to Remember. I know, old sappy love story, old classic movie, but the dialogue was good. And I was surprised at the writing style from back in whenever that was, like late 50s, early 60s. We've got this Temperance card. It's in the reverse. That speaks of these two are not, as much as they're a good match, they're not looking for, oh, soothe me, make me feel comfortable. These two are looking for more excitement from each other, especially if this dialogue is coming up soon. They're not looking for, like, let's be really lulled into this sense of calm. I think being balanced doesn't mean like placid or dull. I don't see these two wanting to be dull. Remember, they're coming in primarily as fire. They're matching in fire. I think that these two are going to be a little bit more fun and spicy for each other. They're not really looking for, like, let's just cuddle up and whatever, couch rot or something. That's not the route they're going. I want to go back over here. What is she dreaming of, thinking of when she's kind of like sensing his energy? We know he seems to be the one who's going to be placing himself like on her radar fairly soon, because we saw him sitting there as that King of Wands, like smack dab in the middle of the street. So we know he's going to be making his presence known. But for the moment, we see her, by the way, with no clothes on, but like thinking about him. The devil. Okay. So she's got some spicy energy there. Ace of Cups. She may be saying it's crazy, it's totally crazy, but I already know that I'll probably fall for him. He's the one I will risk my heart for. I already picture me jumping on in head first into this. Oh, it's not a good idea, because I know damn well that my heart, I could be signing myself up for a heartbreak, but every once in a while you risk that for somebody. You risk the heartbreak for somebody. That definitely brings me back to that song, Your Precious Love, by the version by Truth Hurts. The world. I want to say this. I don't think she does this often. I don't think she like puts herself out there and says, I'm going to go ahead and go all in on this one. I think, queens are usually like, they monitor, how much they give. They, are thoughtful, mindful. I think she already knows this is going to be the one that I'm probably going to go all in on and give it my best shot. So it's either going to be successful or it's going to be a spectacular collapse of a relationship. But at least I will know that I lived it to its fullest potential. And I think this is her saying, I feel like somebody's like cracking their knuckles going, all right, here we go. This is go time. This is somebody I'm willing to like really tango with. Let's see what happens on this one. We certainly see her sending this thought out to the universe, right? Because she's, hovering in this arched doorway, looking out at the stars, counting the stars, and like clinging to the moon. I feel like she's sending this message out. She literally could be like sitting, by a window or something, sending out these thoughts into the night sky. Like, all right, universe, I agree to sign up for this one. I don't know how wise this is, but I already know I'm going to go all in. Even here, we have this little sliver of paper, and we've got like a piece of a Chinese block print, and there's a heart as the seal down there. So sorry, guys. I keep eating spicy food too, and it makes me cough even more, I think. Yeah, she's definitely sending this wish out to the stars. And I feel like that's what, for her, keep in mind, she's the Queen of Wands. She doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do. But if she does want to do something, step aside, because she will go for it. And I think sending out that wish, acknowledging what she wishes for, I almost feel like she's saying, look, I want to love him. That's what it is. I want to believe that this is going to be a relationship is really, really powerful, really, really special. And even if it does fail, I won't regret it because it means something to me. So I'm already in. That kind of certainty, I mean, we've started with certainty right out of the gate. It's amazing to see how confident this divine feminine is. Now, keep in mind, he was no less confident. He came across as an emperor. I mean, and sorry, I'm holding up the wrong cards. As an emperor, as a king of swords, and then also as that king of wands somewhere in this mess. There we go. So I'm not at all surprised that there's definitely... Sorry, I'm laughing because Escar, I would do a zagarit right back to you, but then we blow out somebody's ears. So thank you, but I receive it and I send it right back to you. I want to do it right now, but I won't. We've got the Prince of Wands here. That's a very celebratory sound, by the way. It's I love the sound. But anyway, we move on. With that Prince of Wands, this is passion, and this is it's that sudden, swift, even though we've seen him as like really powerful, and stable versions of a divine masculine, he's also a spicy one. Okay. That is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands has that bad rap for like following their lust wherever it takes them, saying, I got to find out how this thing goes. I got to find out what it feels like to kiss those particular lips. The only thing is, he gets a bad rap because oftentimes we look at this as a player card, but we have not seen any other element of this masculine that makes him sound like a player. I mean, he's an emperor. He's a double dose of king's energy, but he is motivated by, that underlying passion. And like I said before, I don't feel like these two this is not some placid little love story. This is two people that are like, they're going all in. They're passionate. They're fiery. I do think that they are going to go ahead, and if they're going to go down, they're going to go down swinging. Like they're all about this. I love the fact that we have characters that are unafraid of, the sink or swim. They just want to go ahead and experience love completely and give the best of themselves to this. They're not looking for dull, and they're not looking for someone who necessarily I'm not even going to say they're looking for someone who compliments them in every perfect way. Like, I don't think that these two have the image in their mind that I just want to meet somebody who, oh God, if I say something right now, it's going to make it sound insulting, and I don't mean it that way. I think these two want their equal match in like the intellectual side of things. If they have greater interests in life, then, and this is not to be insulting toward, a more calm kind of love story, two people who want to build a home together and live in one zip code. And these two might do that, but that is not their end all be all. I think these two really have like passionate convictions and have things that they care about. I think that these two are probably going to be less attached to things like, houses and stuff like that, and way more attached to each other's energy. It's like, whatever, houses come and go, money comes and goes, but it's your energy, the connection to you. That's the thing that's not going to be replaceable. And I think that their version of like balance and security comes more from, hey, as long as you and me are good, whatever, everything else can burn down around our ears as long as we're still good. I am hearing and picturing what I think is probably the sexiest music video I've ever seen. It's Timothy Bloom, Till the End of Time. And I feel like that's definitely kind of the love story for these two. It's very, very beautiful, very passionate. And I just think that I mean, this storyline, this is two people that are just ready to go ahead and, I don't know, put love first is maybe what we'll say in this. And they're both in that same mindset. There's no timid energy in any of this. There's no worries about it failing because they know walking into it, this could all fail. I could pick the wrong person. We could become enemies. All of that could happen, but that's not, I don't think either one of them walks in with an agenda to, cause any kind of grief to the other. So you don't see them becoming enemies, even though with two very passionate people, that's always a potential, right? These two better learn how to communicate so they don't wind up tearing each other apart in arguments, because these two will have arguments if they're that passionate. But they have a lot of love first and foremost that guides them. Both of these characters are very heart-centered. What's the outcome for them? King of Cups, eventually they may actually get to the that really more soft energy, that emotional energy. All this time it's been more fire that's driving them together, but the outcome is, okay, so seahorses do mate for life, right? And this is the King of Cups. So we go to that softer energy of emotion and that connectivity. So these two are not always just going to be fire, fire, fire. There's also going to be like a real emotional gentleness that comes in as well for them. And that Eight of Wands, they will definitely learn how to communicate their emotions really, really nicely also. I feel like as fiery as they are, as intelligent as they are, I feel like these two are going to probably live a very interesting life together. They probably will go places. They'll be good at being sensitive to the nonverbal cues from one another. They'll be able to read each other's, like needs. I could picture this being the duo where it's like, when life gets a little bit heavy, for her or for him, the other character, the other half of the partner could be him and him, her and her. It doesn't matter what genders we're talking about, by the way. But I'm picturing like, I can always tell when, whatever, my man needs to, let's get out of town this weekend. No, we're not, whatever, gonna clean the garage. No, we need to go do something. You need to get out of the house. Come on, let's go for a drive. I don't know. Who cares where we go? Let's just go do something different. You need a change of scenery. I could feel like this could be that partner where they just know emotionally when their other half needs to do something a little different. Sometimes talk, sometimes not talk, sometimes go take activity, go do something different. But I feel like that is more the kind of bond that these two will have. I keep thinking that their bigger focus is, as long as we're good, as long as your needs are met and my needs are met, that's what makes our life better. It's not about, okay, can we make this much money to buy a bigger house next year? I don't think they care about any of that. I really don't. It doesn't mean they won't have nice things, but I think that's not where their happiness is going to be coming from at any point in life. I could see these two moving a bit, changing things up, especially if one or the other is showing signs of like restlessness. It's like, then let's go do something else. Again, these two are fire first, but they're also going to be very sensitive to one another's needs. I think that was a focal point of this particular relationship, is two people who care more about the relationship and their partner being content, but they both feel the exact same way about each other. And I think that's why it works. It's like, who cares where we live? If you're not happy here anymore, let's go. Let's do something different. I don't care about a house. I care about whether or not you're comfortable. I really think that these two, their primary focus is each other and the relationship being solid. All right, I'm going to leave that one here. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Really good to see you. Ghosty babe. Bobby Harris, great to see you again. Rachel's Magic, wonderful to see you. Calm C, hey, hey. Hey, sweet. The Taoist, taste to element map. Gold, metal, spicy water, salty wood, sour fire, bitter earth, sweet. Very nice. Delinda, so good to see you, sweetheart. Tammy Secord, awesome to catch you. Patricia Bucatore's in the house. Hey, babe, how are you? Lexus Diaz, wonderful to catch you, hon. Sarah J. Awesome to see you. Glad you made it. SLH. Hi. Hi, Nani. It's my pleasure. Escar, you're such a poet. Thank you, love. Hi, Shane Montana. Vera Lestrange is in the house. Hey, hey. Sassy, thank you for the sunflower. Q Miller, you're so nice. Thank you. Nope. How are you? Thank you, selflessness. I think it's just I'm in the habit of saying sorry. I don't even realize I do it. When I cough, I immediately say sorry. I always hope it's not too loud suddenly as a burst of sound on the mic. Vivian Hun, how are you? Hey, hey. Eduardo Jimenez, how are you? I hope all good things have happened, honey. I hope you're all settled into your new place now, fully and completely, and I hope life is ironing out a little bit for you. Change is always like, I think it requires a lot of adaptability. So, but it's wonderful to hear from you. JJ, hi, hun. Crystal Suzanne. AC, you and your roll call are legendary, AC. I don't know how you do it. You are so amazing. There, I didn't say sorry that time. Gabriella, hi. Tammy Secord, that's awesome. Mincy Thomas, thank you again so much. Kazil MC, hi, hun. Hi, Rossi. Yes, Bobby, it was a collective message for sure. Sorry, I'm backtracking in the comments right now. Monique B, hi. Wonderful to see you also, hun. Tasha, hi, sweetheart. I missed you up there. Sheila Thomas, so great to catch you tonight. And I see you were first in the house. Sending out lots and lots of love to Violet also. EM, I hope everybody's doing really well. Thanks again, so Anita. So sweet of you. Nikki O, if you're out there, sending you love too, hun. All right, you guys, I am probably going to go ahead and bounce on over to the other channel. I was still going to do probably a Capricorn video tonight on the other channel. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, probably a Capricorn and a Taurus, and then I'll see. I don't want to keep coughing too much, so I might just pace it a little bit, but that's my intention. Brooklyn, hi. Shout out to New Zealand, love. Midnight Shadow, love your name. All right, you guys. Living Water, sorry, honey, I almost missed you. So great to see you. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the other channel. Bye for now.